Good evening and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include Sea Cadets win first aid competition, the library report, Calder Healthcare Centre display. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbill, Off the Rack and more coming up after this.
6 months ago, she didn't know what kidney disease was. Today, it affects every aspect of her life. Hours of dialysis don't leave much time for bedtime stories. She misses weekend camping trips. She misses family pizza night. And her daughter misses them too. Through research and patient services, the Kidney Foundation is helping to create a better life for patients and their families.
On March the 9th, 4 cadets from RCSCC Bob Bartlett travelled to Gander for the first annual Tri-Science First Aid Competition. They brought home the cup for the best overall performance. The First Aid Competition was in memory of Darrell Cronin, a Newfoundlander serving with the Canadian Force who lost his life while returning home from a search and rescue mission in Quebec on October 2, 1998. The event also recognizes the sacrifice of the 5 other members of the crew who perished when their Labrador helicopter crashed. The tournament consists of a written exam, a practical scenario where the cadets receive an opportunity to use their first aid skills in a simulated emergency. The weekend event was also an opportunity for young Newfoundlanders to review good safety practices on both land and sea, with practical focuses on the dangers of cold water immersion and hypothermia. Presentations on these subjects were provided by the search and rescue personnel from the Canadian Forces and the Canadian Coast Guard. A total of 80 cadets and their officers attended the weekend event from across the province. We spoke to the winners of the first aid competition at their cadet meeting on Thursday. First of all, on behalf of the parents and community, I would like to extend our congratulations to you four and your officer Damien. We're extremely proud of you. We understand that when you left Burgeo, you probably didn't have a good chance to win. So how did it feel when you walked out of the place with that huge trophy? Excellent, wonderful. Probably no words can describe how you felt. So what were some of the things you had to do? I know Scott had to, you all did the written part?
Yeah.
Okay. And Scott got the IS mark on that, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you got a survival kit for that, right?
Yes, I did.
So Scott, what was in the survival kit?
Everything you could possibly need in the outdoors.
Okay. Like, for example?
There was magnesium certifiers, there were matches, waterproof matches, dressings, everything.
Okay. Hang on. Also understand that you had to do a scenario. Did everybody have to do the same scenario, or was there different ones? Did you draw from a bag, or what was the procedure?
There's 4 different scenarios, and when we got there, they just gave us one.
They just gave you one?
Yeah.
Oh, so did the 4 of you work on the scenario, or?
Yeah, same scenario.
Okay, so what was your scenario?
There was a hiker at Grossmore Park, and they fell down a steep cliff, like 10 feet, and they were lying on the ground.
Okay, so you had to do your first aid stuff. Okay, so Damien, as their officer now, how did you feel when you found out that your cadets won?
Well, I was kind of unexpected, but I was also proud that they won also.
Yeah, I understand that you kind of took Mr. Quelty by surprise when you showed him the trophy.
Yeah, he was pretty sharp, but he didn't really expect winning it too, but he was glad that we did win it, and he was very proud of us and
yeah.
the 4 cadets that went.
Perfect. So what was the overall feeling when you left there, especially going in being the underdogs and then walking out with the overall best trophy?
We were surprised.
Very?
We weren't expecting it.
No, because I understand you guys now practice first aid just for your annual inspection with those guys. Do it every week on a weekly basis, is that right?
We only use it for camp, but they got it in their mandatory training for at their headquarters.
Okay, so they do it all the time.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much for speaking to us. And again, congratulations. Like, it keeps getting better and better and better. So we expect great things from you during your annual inspection.
Thanks.
Thanks.
March is traditionally known as Nutrition Month. The Education Committee, along with the public health nurse at the Calder Health Care Centre, has set up a display to recognise the month. The staff at the hospital encourages the public to come to the main lobby of the hospital to pick up some of the information they have set up for you to take. Their fact sheets include: snack your way to a healthier day. It's time to make your supper super. I have a hunch it's time for lunch. Rise and shine, it's breakfast time. Some of the pamphlets you may find helpful are 7 myths and facts about milk and milk products. Cheese puts the bite on cavities. Calcium for life. And of course, recipes. Some of the material is for younger children. For example, a Rice Krispie growth chart. Eating well at school. Creative snacks for kids. Nutrition for little people, and you, your child, and food. With the help of some of this material, we can all eat well, live well. Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
They say if you want a wish to come true, never tell anyone. But there is one wish that can make the difference between life and death. And this wish can only come true if you tell someone. Please, let your family know you want to be an organ donor.
The following is a report from the Burgeo Public Library Board, prepared by Chairman Jim Pink. On February 25, 2001, CAPSITE funding from federal government was cut out, giving us a reduction in service from 25 hours a week to the present 15 hours a week. This CAPSITE funding, which we received 2 years ago, along with the move of the elementary school to the high school, helped to make our library the success that it is. We are currently lobbying the federal government with a letter sent to the Honourable Brian Tobin, Minister of Industry Canada, with a letter from the Chair Jim Pink, along with support letters from Scott Linehan, Doreen Benoit, the school principals, and Dr. Barbara Barter, Chair of the BBS Information Communications Technology Project. Our MHA, Calvin Parsons, has also sent a letter of support requesting reinstatement of this funding on our behalf. The BDDB, through the Regional Economic Development, has also started lobbying for reinstatement of these hours. If these methods are not successful, we may have to form a petition at a later date. We would like to thank the public at this time for their generous support that has been given to the past and present fundraisers. Our board uses this money to support programs such as Books and Trophies for Children's Story Hour. Prizes for juvenile fiction and non-fiction books. Here's an example of how money for these prizes has helped our circulation. In 98 fiscal year, less than 200 books were lent out. In 99, we implemented a program using $200 divided in 5 prizes. We lent out 650 books. In 2000, we upgraded the program to $300 divided into 20 prizes. We estimate 7,000 books will be lent out. At our last meeting, we felt that we should encourage the high school students with an incentive. So starting on next graduation night, we will be offering a scholarship of $50 for Thematic Literature 3201. Recently, we purchased $200 worth of children's videos that are very popular. And just before Christmas, we purchased $400 worth of paperback novels that have been in constant circulation. The people of Burgeo have made our library one of the busiest in Newfoundland for our population. In '98, we had a circulation of approximately 12,000 books with 250 borrowers. This year, our circulation will be 29,000 plus with 585 borrowers. We have also received 2 more Bill Gates computers with proper furniture, giving us a total of 6 computers for public access. These computers are almost in constant use. We are presently preparing for Library Week. We will be having a special programs in place and 4 t-shirts to be given away to the participants. Our latest program was launched this week with a visit from Charmaine Lynch of Corner Brook. It's called Books for Babies. It is a volunteer venture funded by our library out of the fundraising and at no cost to our new patrons, babies. A number of young patrons were introduced to the program when they were born in Corner Brook or Stephenville. We will be receiving their registration forms from Corner Brook in the near future, and we will be continuing this program at our local branch. Information on this program will be given to new mothers at the prenatal classes with the public health nurse, Darlene Strickland. We have also included a video that will aid you in seeing the benefits of this program for babies.
Your new baby began hearing the sounds of language long before birth. Your baby was listening to you and later will learn to imitate you, then to speak, then to write and read words. You are the most important guide as your baby learns these steps.
When you go down in the woods today, you gotta go in disguise. When you go down in the woods today, be sure for a big surprise.
Your touch is the first way your baby knows someone cares. Babies learn to touch back and to reach out with their hands. They are determined to understand their brand new world. Babies reach with their hands, but they also reach with their hearts and minds. From the warmth and security of your nearness, your baby looks out. Colors, sights, and sounds. What do they all mean? Throughout life, your child will be discovering new answers to these questions. You are the most important person in your baby's early world. The food and shelter you give will take care of the physical growth. But your attention, how you talk, sign, and play with your baby, will feed the child's heart and mind.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yeah!
Just as babies need food to make their bodies grow, they need your closeness, your voice, and your loving words to feed their spirit. If you nourish your baby this way, by the time he begins to talk, your baby will possess something money can never buy. The more you talk to your baby in rhymes, songs, stories, and the ordinary language of your everyday life, the more free he will become to express himself, his joy, his sadness, his questions, his own ideas. Family members and friends, as well as your own voice, can do much more to help your baby's language development than the voices that come from a TV set. Your baby knows your words are spoken specially for him. But what do you say to a newborn baby? You share things you would share with a very special human being who has never seen the world before, because that's who your baby is.
See Bunny Rabbit's big ears? Here we go, look. The Bunny Rabbit's big ears.
Look into your baby's eyes. Even though your baby can't answer you yet, you can talk and laugh and read and tell your baby what is going on in this new world. In time, you will see a response. Give your baby a chance to talk back to you. Babies will in their own way, as they make their own sounds and expressions that are the true beginnings of real language. It won't be long before your child can look into your eyes, talk to you, laugh with you, read to you, and tell you wonderful things about your world that make it new again for you. If you think it takes an expert to teach a child this way, you're right. But you are already that expert. You already know bouncing, touching, and tickling rhymes that tiny babies love. These rhymes bounce their way into your child's memory. They let your child know that words feel like something. They tell your child that someone is using words to make laughter and good feelings. They tell your child that words can have a calming effect to help upsetting feelings go away. Your child will continue to love these rhymes as she grows and will want to learn new ones. The familiar words and dancing rhythms bring comfort to both you and your child at trying times when a child is tired or impatient, such as in a lineup at the supermarket.
Jeremiah, blow the fire, puff, puff, puff. First you blow it, then you blow it. Ooh.
Simply talking to your baby in everyday language is soothing and makes your baby part of your world. A busy parent cannot always set aside special times for language play, but you can make language special at any time. A child who grows into a world full of language feels safe, included, and valued. The words you use together form an emotional bond. Read to your baby instead of turning on the television. Relaxing in a soft chair with a beautiful picture book gives you both a story to enjoy, while you rest in the warmth of being close and hearing the sounds of each other's voices.
A pig is a lot of use. Wow, look at that pig. Isn't he ugly?
At your local library are people who can show you how to use stories, nursery rhymes, finger games, and other language play suited for each step in your baby's growth.
Yeah, he's 4 months, but he's really got an attention span. I can tell, you know. I think, board books like this are certainly a good place to start. Yeah, and
the librarian can show you books that you and your baby will love looking at together. She can help you and your baby experience together how language, written or spoken, is how we touch each other's hearts.
Before long, you can use a book like Each Peach Pear Plum by Janet Now and Alberg. It's based on nursery rhymes. There are just a couple of lines to each page. And really little children will like this.
At your library, you will find nursery rhyme collections, picture books, board books, audio and videotapes, and books on parenting, which will be valuable resources to use as you share language with your child. Giving your baby words is like giving wings. Words will help your child fly and to see far. They will give your child the power to choose new directions and to realize new dreams.
And these are just some of the services provided by your local library. We have been informed that Tiffany Symes has been awarded a plaque from the Janeway. We spoke to Tiffany's mom about the award. This is the first year that the Janeway has given out any awards. A total of 4 awards were given out. 3 went to corporate organizations for their donation, and 1 to Tiffany for her 10 years of collecting donations. Glenda was quick to point out that Tiffany would not have been able to do all the fundraising without the help of Kayla Grant. You may have noticed that Kayla and Tiffany have their pictures on the plaque. Glenda informed us that she was contacted about the plaque about 2 weeks ago. Tiffany and Kayla both have been patients at the Janeway Hospital. Tiffany has to return each year in May to have her checkups. Tiffany has been cancer-free for 8 years. Although Kayla doesn't have to go to the Janeway anymore, she is still involved in the fundraising. Over the past 10 years, approximately $10,000 has been donated to the Janeway on behalf of Kayla and Tiffany. We congratulate these girls on a job well done, and that they are on their way to becoming very responsible citizens. Students at St. John's Central High School and A.J. Matthews Elementary are collecting pop can tabs. It seems that these pop can tabs are worth a lot to the students at both schools. We spoke to Dana Pink, president of the Student Council, to find out what could one do with so many pop tabs. Dana informed us that this was a competition between the classes at both schools. The group known as the Community Youth Network, which Dana is a member, set up the competition, and the CYN made a deal with the Stephenville Metal Company. Valerie Sims Anderson went on to say that the deal is that for every pound of tabs collected, the company will give the schools 3 or 4 more cents above what the regular customers are getting, because this money goes to the Janeway Telethon. At the end of the 3-month period, the tabs will be brought to the gym at a regular end-of-the-month assembly to be weighed. The classroom with the most pop can tabs will win the prize. The prize for the A.J. Matthews Elementary School will be an incentive day. The prize for the I School is yet to be determined. Our school will be issuing a challenge to other schools in our district to try and meet or beat the number of pop tabs we collect. Then all the pop tabs from all schools that participated will be sent to the Stephenville Metal Company. The money collected will go to the Janeway Children's Hospital on behalf of the students at Cormac Trail School District. Now we can see why pop can tabs have become so popular. As you can see, everyone who participates in this challenge wins. If you would like to save these pop can tabs, the students at the schools would really appreciate your help. Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
The little things you do that you think are small and few are the things that mean the most to me. So just keep giving whatever you're giving, 'cause even when you're giving just a little,
if you're doing just a little, you're helping a lot.
it helps a lot.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
It helps a lot.
Off the Rack. This week, as we scanned our tape rack, we came across a tape of Constable McAlpine introducing a special friend to Mrs. Vatcher's kindergarten class. Let's look back to November 1996.
Oh, you don't have to. Now, do you know what he's doing? Sticking his tongue in and out like that? I wonder what he's doing. I wonder, can Constable McAlpine tell us?
He's just sensing what's around him. The snake can't hear you right now. They're deaf. So they don't hear it, but he can hear, if you respond to that, you can probably hear the vibration of the floor, but you can't touch her.
What's their eyesight like?
The eyesight's pretty good. Yeah, they can follow you. I got a piece of glass in my cage, and they can follow my hand.
Now, he's not going to come near. Constable McAlpine will bring him back if he gets too close, so don't worry. See how he moves around, his little muscles? Because he doesn't have any legs, does he?
Look at the pretty pattern on his back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, just looks like Crocodile Dundee's boots, doesn't it?
And snakes are not slimy. They're not wet at all. They're very dry, so.
I got you.
Well, how much does he weigh?
This one here will weigh around probably 50 or 60 pounds.
Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, we'll start with Sarah. Would you like to touch him, Sarah? I do. If you don't want to touch him, do you have to? We're going to touch him down here where his tail is.
I can pick him up.
Okay.
We don't have to.
Oh, look. Oh, can we see this? Look how some of his, when you come over, you'll be able to see some of his skin coming off. He's growing new skin.
Well, see, do you want to touch him? Oh, I can hear his...
Just touch him easy.
Yeah, very gently. See some skin coming off? He's growing a new skin. Would you like to try it, Mercy? Back here. And you see his old skin coming off. He's getting new skin. Would it hurt him if you fluffed on that?
Yeah.
Don't fluff.
Although a snake is almost 11 feet long, it's very fast. It can really,
Come back here.
really move, so. I'll lift them up and bring them around.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
If you guys want to touch it,
Allison is a little bit nervous.
Who's the best one that has the snake?
Would you like to touch me? Oh my God. What a nice warm scarf for the winter.
I don't want to touch him. I don't either.
the only thing you got to watch out with the snake is it doesn't make a complete wrap around your neck. Now he's been quite lively lately, I don't know why, but...
It is coming out.
See all the skin coming off? Yeah. But that doesn't hurt him when it falls off like that.
He doesn't let me carry it today, so I'll just lay him down. If you want to come touch him, we'll do the same thing.
Rochelle, would you like to touch him?
I do. I really do.
Very gently.
I really do.
Okay. What about you? Would you like to touch him? Chelsea? Would you like to touch him, Chelsea? Okay.
I want to touch him. I did too.
We have a mess on the floor, I'll leave.
That's okay. We'll keep samples. Would you like to touch him, Melissa?
Good evening and welcome to the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm Jennifer Marks. The winners of the Recreation Commission TV Bingo were Joan Green and Ross Hand Sr. Congratulations to you both. The Burgeo Lions will host the next TV Bingo on Wednesday, March 21st at 7 p.m. There will be one game for $300. Cards are $1 each or 6 for $5 and are available from any member of the Lions Club and are in most stores around town. Please support the Burgeo Lions and play TV Bingo. Any group or organization that would like to help Kayla and Tiffany collect pennies for the Janeway are asked to please call 886-2930 or 886-3314. The Burgeo Lioness will be ordering daffodils again this year on behalf of the Canadian Cancer Society. Daffodils cost $6 per bunch and they make an ideal gift for prayer partners. The flowers will be delivered sometime between April 4th to the 12th. The deadline to order is Monday, March 26th. To order, call Judy Fudge at 886-2711 or Alice Kasser at 886-2493. Help for injured workers provided free for Central, Western, and Northern Newfoundland and Labrador. Injured workers and their dependents needing assistance in workers' compensation matters can call John Reardon, the Workers' Advisor, at 709-489-9193 or toll free at 1-877-489-9193. The St. Agnes and Michael Roman Catholic Parish in Pouch Cove wishes to announce the establishment of the Pouch Cove Disaster Fund. This fund will be used to assist financially the families of Jesse Elliott, A.J. Sullivan, and Adam Wall, who died tragically at Pouch Cove. Donations may be made at any branch of the Royal Bank of Canada or the Bank of Nova Scotia. They may be sent by mail to the Pouch Cove Disaster Fund, care of St. Agnes and Michael Parish, P.O. Box 10, Pouch Cove, Newfoundland, AOA 3LO. If your group or organization has an upcoming event planned, we will be happy to advertise it for you. Just call the BVS office by Wednesdays of each week to have items included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. See you next week.
BBS Playbill. Tune in on Tuesday for a rebroadcast of Pansy's Garden. Try your luck on Wednesday by playing Burgeo Lions TV Bingo. Join Pansy and the gang for 2 stories, a craft, and lots of fun on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. Next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. we'll have a worship service from the Anglican Church. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Next week's program will be followed by The Bandwagon. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and God bless.